So, uh, hello. Okay, so these are the ingredients that I use to prepare carbonara pasta. So we have the pasta, the guanciale, pecorino cheese, and two eggs. And yeah, that's about it. So this is the guanciale. It's uh, it's basically pork cheek with some curing with some spices. So you can see there's so much fat on it, but we cannot cut it off. That would be the is one of the important ingredients in making the sauce. So now let's cut it. Okay, so first let's put the pasta in the boiling water and let that cook. Just add a little bit of salt. That should do it. Okay, so we cut the guanciale into small cubes like this. My knife is a bit blunt, so it's quite difficult to cut the fats. I need to get a new knife. So nice. Okay, let's cut some more. So you don't need to see me cutting all the guanciale. Okay, so I bought about 200 grams of guanciale. So slice them up and put it on my pan. So now I'm just waiting for my pasta to cook because as you can see, my stove is very small. I can't place this here. To wait for the pasta to cook, then I'll have to do it separately. So let's wait. So meanwhile, let's prepare the sauce, the egg sauce. So the egg sauce basically only needs eggs and cheese. Okay, we need pecorino cheese. This is this is what I could find here in the supermarket. There's probably a higher quality one out there. So let's mix them. So I just put two eggs because it's only for me, and yeah, just mix on cheese until the texture is okay, I guess. Okay, one egg, two eggs. That should be enough. Okay, so we don't need to add salt because the guanciale is already salted and this cheese is also somewhat salted. So I'll just add them. What we can add is some pepper. Yeah, pepper goes in right through. You can add as much pepper you want. I like them a bit spicy, so I like a lot of pepper. Okay, now let's mix them. So this is basically the sauce. So it's quite different than the carbonara that I used to eat back in Malaysia, where it's creamy. I mean, it has cream in it and it's in white in color. This sauce is usually yellow because it's purely egg and cheese. So probably not for everyone, but it tastes good, at least for me. So yeah, you can add a little bit more cheese. Okay, so that's it. That's the sauce, and it's ready. So now we just wait for the pasta to cook so that we can remove it and start cooking our guanciale. Okay, so the pasta is cooked. So we can take it off the stove. So now we put the guanciale on the stove and we cook it with low to medium heat because we don't want the guanciale to burn. We want the fats to melt and give us the oil. The oil will be the base of the sauce. It seems like I put too much of guanciale, but anyway, it's okay. So you can also add some olive oil if you want, but I think this will give us more than enough oil. So I'm not going to add olive oil for now. Okay, I forgot to add one ingredient, which is crushed garlic. Just put it whole and just let the flavor soak in. You see now the guanciale, all the fats are beginning to melt away. I will reduce the heat a little bit. I'm not used to eating so much fats on a pork before. Usually when we eat suyo or something like that, I will try to remove the fat as much as possible. But in this dish, the fat is the main ingredient of the sauce, so no choice. I have to use it. So you can see the amount of oil it has produced. So much fat. So I'm just going to slow cook it a little bit longer. Then we will put the pasta in. Okay, now you can see there's a pool of oil in my pan. So the guanciale is ready. It's all fried and all the fats are more or less out. So now I will move this out from the heat and then I'll just reduce the heat because our next step requires us to put the pasta inside. Okay. So we don't want the pasta to be frying, so I've reduced the heat. Okay. Okay, so we have to add some pasta water in it, so it will form some emulsion with the oil. Okay, let's mix it. Okay, this spatula is not the most proper instrument to be used for this process, but okay, we just make do with what I have. Okay, so now you can add the egg sauce. It's not too hot, so we can add the egg sauce now. Okay, so the sauce has been added, so I'll just mix it around. Okay, now I put it back on the stove with very low heat and let the egg and cheese cook and melt. You should not do this in high heat because then the egg will become scrambled egg and you'll have a stir fried noodle. Okay, if this turns out well, it will be posted online. But if it turns out horrible, then probably I will not post it. Okay, so now we will just let it keep stirring it until it cooks, till the moisture evaporates. And we can have a nice creamy sauce. You can add some pepper if you want. Okay, just a little bit longer. Okay, that's a lot. I underestimated the amount of pasta that I'm putting in. But okay, I think we finish it. Okay, as you can see, some of the eggs have started to solidify, so I wouldn't say it was a perfect try, but let's eat and see. Okay, so that's the carbonara. Hopefully, it is nice. So let's eat.